Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We'll be starting in next few minutes. Okay, we'll start the meeting. Uh, is my voice audible to everyone? Please write it down in the chat box. Okay, a bit louder. Okay. Okay. So here's the agenda. One person, one stock, and I'll be analyzing it for you live. So please write down the stock in the chat box and I'll start analyzing it. Is it now audible?
मितुल भाई बिरला सॉफ्ट
Is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
Okay. So first stock, Birla Soft. Okay. It's forming an head and shoulder pattern over here and a double bottom two. This is an head and shoulder and it's a double bottom. So one can enter above 260 levels with a stop loss of 250, and the target would be 270 and 280. About 285 it will be a fresh breakout, and the targets would be around 315, 335. Next,
Shaili
Bajaj
Engineering.
participants, please don't uh, unmute yourself. We'll be taking the stock from the chat box, so please maintain that discipline. Yeah, next stock.
Shelly Engineering.
Shelly.
SHAILY.
Sorry.
SHAILY.
Okay. Okay, so this is the all-time high resistance on a monthly chart. So currently 1420 to 1450 is the resistance zone on a monthly chart. I guess the stock will go into a consolidation for a few weeks and then it will break out. So keep a watch near this zone, 1420 to 1450. You can enter fresh over there. Next,
Bajaj Hindustan Sugar.
Bajaj Hind. Okay. It has gotten out of a downtrend. This is the zone. 1050 to 1210 is a resistance zone and it's forming an head and shoulder pattern. You see. So one can hold with a support of 8, 7.98 and a target of 16, 1650 and 22. Positional basis, it's like a long term because this is a monthly chart. So yeah. Next,
Aarti Drugs.
okay. So on a monthly chart, Aarti Drugs is forming a flag. On a weekly chart, it's forming an head and shoulder. 800 levels, 800, 830 on closing basis, weekly closing basis. You can enter, and there's a buyback news at 1000. So one can hold for that levels. The support would be at 700 levels. Next,
Next is Lupin.
okay. So Lupin has broken out in this week. Classic cup and handle. This is the cup and handle formation. And oh, a high volume breakout. So one can wait for a retest because here it is forming a doji and a consolidation at a low volume. So one can wait for 1060 or 1160, 1140 levels to add back with the support of 1050. Next,
Mitul, Trident.
please unmute yourself. Everyone, please mute yourself. Sorry, next.
Trident.
Trident.
Goldium,
Participants, please don't talk. Trident has formed a flag. Trident has formed a flag over here and it's about to break out. This is the breakout zone. 1545 to 16 is a breakout zone. So one can enter on closing basis over here. And the support will be at 1470. And the targets would be 1820 and 1950. Next.
HCL Tech buy.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay.
It's frozen.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. HCL Tech. We discussed this last week also. The conclusion is the same that 1870, 1905 is the important level, and you can see it has formed a small doji kind of a thing. Not a proper doji, but yeah. Above 940, we can see some momentum over here because it will be a morning start on weekly basis, and then it can start its journey again. And it will face resistance near 1045 levels. So yeah, above 940, we can go for 1045, and stop loss would be at 875.
Mitul by Bale.
Gale. Okay. This is one of our long-term picks. So yeah. This is the zone 61 to 5650 to 6120 is the important zone over here. And it's forming a head and shoulder. And as you see, the volumes are very high here. But as it was in the ban, it couldn't break out. So once it's out of ban, we can expect some momentum over here. So keep a watch. This has a very good potential to do it. And support is at resistance is at 7480 levels. So we can achieve that target in few weeks. Next,
Suven Pharma.
Suin Pharma is at important levels. 525, 535 is a support here. If it breaks, then next support is at 520 levels. This is the next support level. And we can see a fresh breakout above 550 levels. So currently it's in a consolidation kind of a thing. A fresh entry would be suggested above 550 levels on a closing basis. Next,
TN Petro.
EN Petro has given a fresh monthly breakout over here. So I would suggest to enter above 90 levels because that's a wick. If we get a close above 90, you can buy. Till then, wait because you need to see the volumes over here. So wait, once we close above 90, you can enter. Next,
Mitul by target and possible support.
please mute yourself. Sorry.
Yeah,
Once
Mitul
we
by
close above,
possible support and target.
once we close above 90, you can take a small support at around 75 levels. It's a long-term holding, so because this is a monthly chart, so 75 would be the support level, and around 110, 115 would be the first target, and the second target would go to 130. Next,
Cipla.
okay, so this is a support zone, and it's currently retesting the previous breakout. So 850, 875 is an important area. If it breaks, then we can see 800 levels, 800, 765. But pharma is in new, so I'm not expecting it to fail. So uh, one can buy near this zone, 875, 850 levels with a small stop loss of 830, and the targets would be 940 and 995. Next,
Mitul by Hikal.
I'm again and again saying, please mute yourself. We'll take the stock one by one. You don't need to hurry. Okay. Vikal has given an head and shoulder breakout. So one should wait for a consolidation or a bit of a dip to enter. Buying is not suggested at fresh levels. 285, 295 would be a fresh level to enter. So one should take an entry point over there. Next,
Mitul by gold dime.
so Goldium is given a fresh breakout, but it has formed a doji over here. So I would suggest that once we get a closing above 420, you can enter with a stop loss of 385 for the targets of 450 and 475.
Mitul by hfcl.
This stock is in news for this week. A hot pick for everyone. So yeah, it's forming an head and shoulder. It's forming an head and shoulder. Once it goes above 36.7, we can see a good momentum. And I guess tomorrow it will hit upper circuit because many people have suggested it and there will be a huge buy. We'll see.
Mitul by support.
Support would be at 2475 levels on a monthly closing basis. Cause
Praj
next,
Industries. Praj Industries.
okay. So yours is an big exhaustion gap after a huge rally. So and the volumes are quite high. So we might see a dip here. Would suggest to enter near 240, 240, 250 levels. Next,
Exide.
Dubai BPC.
Excite. I would suggest a fresh buy only above 200, 220 levels. It's forming inverted head and shoulder. is forming an inverted head and shoulder. So yeah, one can also get a bit early entry near 190 levels. The stop loss would be just below this 170 levels.
What can
Next,
be the potential target? Target potential target in Excel.
targets would be 240 and 275.
भाई मारुति
On a monthly chart, it's forming a head and shoulder. It has not completed the pattern yet, but I can see a head and shoulder. So this is the major support over here. 6,000 levels to 6,300, and as you can see, it has reversed from 6,400 levels. I would suggest you to buy about 6,750 levels on a weekly closing basis. The stop loss would be 6,000, big stop loss. Targets would be 7,800 and 8,500. Once we cross above 8,500, we can see 9,000 and 9,500 levels. It will take time, so I would not suggest you to buy a future or option because you might end up losing money.
Kindly note that all these analyses are based on weekly and monthly charts.
Next,
RCF.
so RCF has given a trend line breakout, downward trend line breakout. So the trend has currently changed, and so this is the important resistance, and the support is at 69 levels. So once it goes above 82 on weekly basis, we will see some momentum over here. The targets would be 100 and 110. On daily basis, 82 levels is also important. So above 82, we can see some momentum on daily basis. Next,
XRP Ripple. XRP Ripple.
okay, crypto. So Ripple has a resistance at $2 to $2.5. Once it goes above this, we'll see some momentum on monthly basis. It has given a fresh breakout at 0.8 levels. So now it's just consolidating. So there's a huge zone 0.8 to 2. So you can buy near these levels if you get somewhat near 0.95, 0.8, you can enter a dip. Once it goes above 2, it will catch fresh momentum. Next,
Infosys.
so Infosys is in a consolidation zone. This is a consolidation region, 1230 to 1470. On a daily basis, it has a strong resistance near 1380 levels and a strong support at 1320. So if any of these levels are broken, we'll see a momentum. Above 380, we'll see 1400 and 1425. Stop loss might be near 1350 levels. Below 1320, we'll see 1300 and 1280 levels. The stop loss for short side would be above 1345. Next.
Mangalam Organics. Mangalam Organics.
So Mangalam Organics has given a fresh head and shoulder breakout. Here's the breakout zone. And it has also given a cup and handle breakout.
Likely support and target.
Wait. I'm giving. Currently, we might not see a dip over here. So the targets would be 785 levels and 825 levels would be the two targets over here. The support would be at 580 levels. It has given fresh breakout, so you might be trailing it. So I don't expect a fresh entry over here. Let it go, let it run. Once it dips or consolidate, you can enter them. Next.
MMTC.
Okay. MMTC has a resistance at 4680 and 4930 levels. It has just forming a flag over here. So I would suggest the entry at 4775 levels. The stop loss would be at 44. Sorry, wait. The stop loss would be at 44 levels, yeah. And potential target would be 62 and 68 levels. Next.
Next is Reliance.
Sorry.
Reliance.
Reliance is in a huge consolidation as of now. Very so yeah. 1800, 1850 is a very strong support. I would suggest to buy near these levels, and the stop loss would be near 1730 if you get near 1800, 1850. And a fresh momentum will be seeing about 2200 levels on a closing basis. On daily chart, the support is at 1890 levels. So if you get a dip over here, you can try with a small stop loss of 1850. Momentum on daily basis will start from 2050 levels. So keep a watch on that. Next,
Next is Bandhan Bank.
Bandhan Bank is at important support levels. I'm seeing a a head and shoulder over here. So this is a short candidate as of now. You can short below 290 levels for a target of 275 and 260 levels. Stop loss would be at 320 levels. So once we go below 290, you can try to sort out.
Next is IDFC Bank.
IDFC first, right?
Yes.
68 to 72 is an important resistance. The support is at 46.49. One small resistance it is at 57.75.60 levels. This is the resistance, small resistance. If we start trading above this, you can enter with a stop loss of 49. And the targets would be 72, 69, 72. I'm expecting
LTBC.
wait. 80, 82 levels are also one of the targets. So we might see these levels in coming few weeks. Next,
Dogecoin.
0.45 levels is an important support over here. If this is broken, we'll see 0.2 levels, and fresh momentum would be about 0.75 levels for a target of 0.95 and 1.05. Next,
Next is Nil Kamal.
sorry,
Nil Kamal. Nil Kamal.
Nilkamal is at important zone. So if we get a close above 2130, we'll see a momentum over here, and stop loss would be just below 1960, and targets would be the new high, which is at 2250, and beyond that we'll see 2450.
Mitul bhai. NTPC.
A weekly close above 110 levels would be suggested to buy. It will generate a momentum over here, and the targets would be 118, 125, and the stop loss would be 104. But you need to enter above 110. You shouldn't make an early entry. Next,
Next is Divis Lab.
DVC. DV slab has broken out and has started consolidating. So it's forming a small symmetrical triangle. So I would suggest you to buy above 1490 levels on a closing basis, and targets would be 14150, sorry, 4150 and 4195. Stop loss would be just below 4000 levels, because it will be an psychological resistance over here. So 4000 would be stop loss, and if we break 3995, we see 3925 levels, which would be a retest zone over here. And again, it can retest this 39,000 levels and start moving upwards. So you can do some positional trade for a week also on either side.
Mitul bhai. Dalmia Bharat.
Okay. So Dalmia Bharat is facing a resistance at 1650, 1695 levels. There is also a head and shoulder pattern over here. So I would suggest you to make entry in this zone 1650, 1695 levels. Stop loss would be just below 1600 and the targets would be 1800, 1850. Last five stocks.
One second. Mitul bhai, 1 minute. CCL product. We will cover Nifty and Bank Nifty also. Kindly wait for that.
Okay, so CCL has given a monthly breakout, downtrend breakout. So trend has changed here on a monthly basis. On a weekly chart, it is forming head and shoulder.
It's an inverse head and shoulder. Huh?
Yeah, inverse head and shoulder. So I would be suggesting a buy between 315 and 335 levels. The targets would be 360 and 385. Once we go above 335, your stop loss would be at 295 levels. And once we are above this zone, you have to trail. So once we achieve 375, it might consolidate over and then start moving upward. So you can buy once it's in this zone, and you can again pyramid buy near 375, 395 area. Next.
Nalco.
Okay. I covered this stock on our Twitter handle if you might be following.
After this, one last we will take, and then we will take Nifty and Bank Nifty. We already covered 32, including Nalco.
Okay. So Nalco has an important, like a strong resistance at 80 levels. So it will get a momentum over 80. Like it's already in a momentum, but once 80 is crossed, you can see 86, 91 levels. And I don't think you should fresh buy right now. You can buy above 80 levels once it is crossed. And support is at 69, 66 levels. So if you get anything near here, any price near here, you might add. Okay, so that's it. We'll cover Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay, this is the last week. Okay. Yeah. So Nifty has retraced from 0.618 golden Fibonacci level. So 14,180 and 14,265 is a very important support over here. And the breakout zone would be a close above 14,950 levels. And it should be a green close. I don't expect a candle like this because this will give a fake breakdown. So you might again see a consolidation on a smaller time frame. $14,850 and 14,860 to 884 is a very strong resistance. Nifty is unable to cross it. As you see, we are in the same zone all the time. So a close above 14,884 would suggest a 14 would get us near 14,950, 15,000 levels, but we are facing a strong resistance over there. Support is at 14,770 levels. Below this, we'll see a gap filling of 14730 and followed by
1 4.
14730 and then followed by 14670.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the important levels and support. Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty has taken the support at 30,500, 31,000 levels, and it has a major support on daily basis at 32,100, 32,400. So this is an important support over here. On a positional basis, resistance is at 33,900, 34,300 levels.
33,900 and
34,300. On smaller time frame hourly basis, 33,100, 33,200 and 33,350 is an important resistance over here. Above this, a closing above this, we need an hourly closing above 13,350 levels, and we might see 33,650 and 33,800. Below 32,730, we'll see 32,600 and 32,450. So below this, this is support levels over here, and this is a resistance level. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for joining in, and you can also follow us on Twitter to get regular updates on various stock ideas and index and cryptos. And I'll be emailing all the discussions and levels which are best as per me through email. Thanks for joining in. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you, guys.
You too, Mithal. Thank you.